You big mouth. Will, I want you to talk. Talk. Don't be scared now. No Diddy, huh? You scared now, huh? I know y'all on them tapes. Freaky. I know you is. 10 churn have. It's time to show them churns now. I ain't gonna let off here. You should have been shut this big mouth hole up. You know it. You know it. Sip me a fruit bat. You know what I like. Coconut water hole. Whole one.
Tia Kemp just dropped a crazy pic of Rick Ross getting his cheeks smacked by a woman from US Ranch. And the internet is straight up losing it. This photo got people talking wild. And it's only the beginning. Tia been hinting for a minute that she got some real nasty footage of Rick. And now, she finally let one loose. Now listen, Tia might be a little out there, but folks know better than to mess with her. And Rick Ross? He's finding that out the hard way.
Nobody want to see it. Nobody don't care to see the Jets no more. You running out of hoes now. Go over there and get Diddy a hug. Go ride the bike with him, you fat. You know what time it is. Prom time. You ain't sent a motherfucking message since December 9th, you big bag.
If you think that one photo was bad, you clearly don't know how Tia moves. She's got real beef with Rick, and she ain't never been one to play nice. Tia now claiming she got videos, yeah, videos, of Rick Ross getting wild with his trans girlfriend and another dude he calls Daddy.
So we finna clock this T right here. Renee says you want to stay keeping up. We finna talk about some real tea. Your brother over there paying people to put hits out. He over there paying people to put hits out. And running off with his money and it's getting back to me. So now I'm finna send the feds over there to y'all empire. See, you had the right today, ho. You keep playing with me, I'm finna tear y'all empire down. Next, we gonna talk about Miss Carol.
But that's not even the craziest part. She also dropping heavy accusations saying Rick helped Diddy keep certain people quiet about their own wild secrets. And she ain't just talking. She got screenshots, timestamps, and receipts to back every word. This ain't gossip. This is a full-on expose. Here's the wild twist. Tia and Rick once had real love. They were so close, they even had a whole baby together. But now, it's war. And Tia's got a mouth that cuts deep. Normally, Rick claps back just as hard. But this time, he's looking shook. They both fiery. That's why it used to work between them. But now it's looking like Rick might be in way too deep. Because Tia ain't just throwing shade anymore. She flat out said Rick's been living on the DL. And usually Rick would brush it off saying Tia's just a bitter baby mama trying to start drama. But not this time. Tia said she got the proof in hand, and she's ready to show it all. She swears Rick been living this secret life for years, while fronting like he's all about the ladies. Ain't no way to hide now. She's airing it all out. You know how Rick Ross is always out here flexing, talking slick about how he can pull any woman he wants? Like women just fall at his feet?
So we finna clock this T right here. Renee says you want to stay keeping up. We finna talk about some real tea. Your brother over there paying people to put hits out. He over there paying people to put hits out. And running off with his money and it's getting back to me. So now I'm finna send the feds over there to y'all empire. See, you had the right today, ho. You keep playing with me, I'm finna tear y'all empire down. Next, we gonna talk about Miss Carol murder.
Well, Tia's saying all that was just a big front. According to her, Rick was never really about the ladies. He was just using them to cover up what he was really into. Men. And it don't stop there. Tia's claiming Rick was getting his back blown out on the low by other dudes, while still posting up with women like everything's sweet. But now, she's exposing it all. Tia says Rick got a full-blown fetish for trans women. Not just interest, but an obsession. She claims he's specifically into women who transition from male to female. And it's not just about attraction, it's about him trying to live on the DL while still looking like he's into women. To him, it's the best of both worlds. He gets to act on his real desires without fully exposing himself. That's what Tia's saying, and the wildest part, she's claiming we've been seeing it the whole time. Tia says some of the baddies Rick shows off online, on his socials, at his events, in VIP sections, are actually trans women. And we ain't even realize it. Now, yeah, some people been saying Tia's comments come off a little transphobic and they're not rocking with the way she worded things.
Keep playing with me, I'm finna tear y'all motherfucking empire down. Next, we gonna talk about Miss Carol. Y'all know who Miss Carol is. You know that's behind your brother. I'm finna make sure her family sue y'all whole estate. Cause that case is not closed. You know the lady that was leaving from my mama's house getting her hair done that time. And it's behind your brother and his drama. You know that. You know. You know. About the man who was in front of Black House. Okay. We finna dig up a whole bunch of motherfucking maggots right now, ho. I'm not finna play with you, you Ozempic. I'm finna finish y'all motherfuckers. Watch this.
But let's be real. Tia don't care what anybody thinks. She's on a full mission to drag Rick Ross, and this time, she might have gone too far. Or maybe she finally hit a nerve. And let's not forget, this ain't the first time she threw dirt on Rick's name. Tia was one of the first people to suggest something suspicious was going on between Rick Ross and Diddy. Yeah, she said it way before it started trending. Matter of fact, Tia even hopped on IG Live accusing Rick of trying to take her out over a heated argument. She said Rick dropped some serious money on people to handle her, but instead of doing the job, they took the cash and warned her instead. This ain't your typical baby mama drama. This is deep. Tia and Rick got a whole kid together, and their past is messy and loud. But these latest claims, they just took everything to a whole new level. This was the moment things flipped, when Tia really started airing Rick Ross out. Before that, it was just little jabs here and there, some shady comments, nothing too deep. But once she claimed he tried to put a hit on her, that's when it all exploded. She went full savage and promised to bring everything to light. And she's been going nonstop ever since. But Tia didn't just stop at the alleged hit. She threw out some heavy claims, saying Ross was tied to not one, but two separate deaths. One involved a woman named Miss Carol, who reportedly died on her way home. The other, a man who was allegedly shot outside a spot Tia calls the Black House.
Will, I want you to talk. Don't be scared now. No Diddy, huh? You scared now, huh? I know y'all on them tapes. Freaky. I know you is. 10 churn have. It's time to show them churns now. I ain't gonna let off you. You should have been shut this big mouth hole up. You know it. You know it. Sip me a fruit bat. You know what I like. Coconut water hole. Whole one. Nobody want to see it. Nobody don't care to see the Jets no more. You running out of hoes now. Go over there and get Diddy a hug. Go ride the bike with him, you fat. You know what time it is. Prom time. You ain't sent a motherfucking message since December 9th, you big bag.
She claimed one of those cases is still under police investigation, which instantly got everybody's attention. Tia's bombshell split the internet right down the middle. Some folks think she's just bitter, taking one last shot at Ross because things went south between them. But others, they believe her, especially since Rick Ross hasn't hit her with any legal smoke. No defamation lawsuit, no cease and desist, not even a gag order. And we all know Rick don't mess around. If she was straight up lying, wouldn't he have shut her down already? But here's the twist. Some people think Tia might have been involved too. They say she only started exposing Rick after he turned on her. Before that, she was quiet, unbothered, maybe even protecting him. So now folks are asking, did she only speak up because things got personal? Or did she always know and just didn't care until it backfired? Thing is, some of Tia's claims look real, like the fact Miss Carol's death is still being looked at by law enforcement. That's got people side-eyeing Rick hard. But Tia didn't stop there. She took another wild swing, claiming Rick Ross was one of Diddy's concubines. And she even said the feds found multiple tapes during that raid on Rick's spot last year. Not just one, multiple. If you thought it couldn't get messier, buckle up. Tia claims Diddy had plans to turn those tapes into the feds in exchange for a lighter sentence. And remember those rumors that Diddy was throwing folks under the bus to save himself? Tia says that part is absolutely true. The only thing that saved Rick was the fact that the feds were chasing bigger targets. Tia claims the feds might not be actively pressing Rick Ross right now, but that don't mean he's in the clear. Just cause he ain't a top priority today doesn't mean they're not watching from the sidelines. And fans, they've been digging through Ross's lyrics, and what they're finding got people heated. It's like the man's been low-key snitching on himself in his own songs. Take that infamous track, UOENO. Ross dropped one of the most controversial lines in rap history. Put Molly all in her champagne, she ain't even know it. Took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it. When that dropped, the internet exploded. People called him out for promoting straight-up messed up behavior. He lost his Reebok deal and had to come out with a public apology. Ross said, "I don't condone that. Apologies for the lyric interpreted as that. I'm an artist, a father, a brother. I would never suggest harming a woman." But fans weren't buying it. Folks pointed to his whole history of wild and disrespectful comments about women. To many, the apology sounded like damage control, not real remorse. That moment still haunts his rep, and it's part of why people ain't so quick to defend him now. Back to the present chaos. Right after Tia started exposing Rick's alleged relationship history with trans women, guess who jumped in the ring? 50 Cent, of course. He came in swinging, saying both Rick Ross and Diddy had been taken to Pound Town by a trans woman they supposedly both messed around with. And according to 50, they wasn't just dabbling, it was full-blown freak-offs behind closed doors. Now 50 stepping in surprised no one. He's been beefing with both Rick and Diddy for years. His issue with Ross started over something small, supposedly just a look, but it got ugly fast. They even almost threw hands backstage at the 2012 BET Hip Hop Awards. As for Diddy, that drama runs even deeper. Business deals, personal jabs, and straight up shade every chance 50 gets. And now, 50's using these fresh claims from Tia as more ammo. He's hyping it up, stirring the pot, and making sure the whole internet sees it. With Ross's past lyrics still haunting him and 50 throwing more fire on the flame, this whole thing just keeps getting nastier. 50 Cent been clowning Rick Ross and Diddy for years, and he never misses a chance to throw shade. So when Tia Kemp's wild claims started making waves online, 50 jumped in instantly. He hit Instagram with a savage post. A pic of Rick Ross and Diddy looking like they were about to kiss with the caption, "I ain't say nothing, but something ain't right." Then he took it a step further, posted another pic of Diddy hugging Steve Stout, who just happened to be rocking a pink shirt and holding Diddy in a way that had the timeline talking. Even though 50 deleted the post later, the damage was already done. The screenshots were everywhere, and folks were running wild with theories. This ain't new behavior for 50. He's been calling Diddy out for years, always hinting at something off about how Diddy moves. And when it comes to Rick Ross, 50's had plenty to say there too. Remember that shady lyric about spiking drinks? 50 even tried to tie Diddy into that mess. He posted a screenshot of Ross's lyrics alongside another photo of him and Diddy looking extra friendly. His caption? "What the F? At some point, you gotta just do the right thing." Just when it felt like things couldn't get any wilder, an old video from 2018 resurfaced, and it shook things up again. In the clip, a man straight up said he'd been involved in Freakoff parties with Diddy, and then name-dropped a list of celebs, including Rick Ross. He even claimed he caught STDs from hanging around those circles. Rick Ross has been tied up in Diddy's chaos for a long time, but with Tia's latest claims about trans girlfriends and freaky tapes, it's about to hit a whole new level of messy. Tia says she's sitting on footage of Rick Ross getting taken downtown by his trans girlfriend. And if she really drops it, his enemies are gonna eat that up. But don't get it twisted. Rick Ross might just fire back with a major clapback of his own. This drama ain't slowing down anytime soon. It's just getting started. If you thought this was crazy, you better buckle up. It's about to get even wilder. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more shocking updates. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.